Welcome back. In today's episode, I want to spread a message of positivity. You know what? I think it's a good thing. I'm feeling like it. You know what? We're all going through things, right? Each and every one of us, we're going through issues. We have our problems, we have our struggles, we have moments that make us mad, moments that make us pissed off, moments that make us sad, moments where we're sorrowful, moments where we're mourning. We're dealing with things each and every day. And you know what? I think it's important to know that first and foremost, God is always with you. He's always present, in regardless of whatever moment you're dealing with in your life. He's always there. He's always putting his arm around your shoulder, saying, "Don't worry," comforting you, saying, "Don't worry, you're gonna get through this." And just you have people in your life as well that you can turn to. There's always people there supporting you. You're never alone. You're never by yourself. You don't have to sit there and wallow away in your negativity. You don't have to sit there and just be hateful towards life, towards people, towards things. You don't have to sit there and blame others. You don't have to sit there and be resentful. You don't have to sit there and be sad and I don't know, drink beer. like drink your sorrows away in alcohol and drown in alcohol, or drown in like a huge tub of ice cream, or whatever it may be. You don't have to do that because, well, we're all going through things. So I'm just giving this message of support that it's like there's people there out there. If you're going through a difficult moment in your life, there's people there. There's people there to help you. There's hotlines you can call. I'm sure you could find some family member, some friend to come and help you and comfort you and keep you at peace. And there are many verses in the Bible that you can look at that are very peaceful, very comforting. And praying to God will really help you deal with things. But I think the main point of this episode, it'll be something shorter, but the main point is to say that we all have problems, right? But if you keep a good attitude, if you stay positive, you'll get through them. There's many different things out there. There's many support, and I'm giving this message to say that, like, you know what? Just keep on going, right? Keep on going. Keep on trekking away, regardless of whatever difficulty you're going through. You'll get through them. You'll get through them, and you'll come out of it so much stronger, so much better. And God's putting you through these tests for a reason. So understand that, and just whatever difficulties you're going through, man, just keep on going, keep on pushing, and you'll get there. Don't try and be perfect. It's not gonna be perfect. Like, my hair is a mess right now. My phone fell while I was recording. Things aren't perfect. Even in this episode, even in my life, things are never perfect. Things are always, there's always something wrong, right? When I made that long 3-hour podcast with River, with my good friend, and like my microphone was messed up. My microphone actually wasn't as loud as his for whatever reason. And like that kind of, left me with a bitter feeling. But it's this kind of thing where, you know what, things are still good. You don't have to look at perfection to truly be happy. There's a good quote, "Don't let perfect be the enemy of good." If your job it's a job well done, if things are good, even if things aren't perfect, you should still be thankful, still appreciate them for what they are, and still appreciate your life for the good that truly is in it each and every day. And I give like a small example of this show, of this podcast, but I think it makes a difference. When I myself sometimes look and be very nitpicky with certain things, and I look and I'm trying to be perfect in every single aspect, but then I take a step back. It's like, you know what? No, it's still good. The episode I made, it was still such a fun conversation, regardless of how it turned out in on the actual camera. And even in this episode, like, I don't really care how my hair looks. I'm gonna get a haircut in a couple weeks anyway. I would hope, but yeah, I'm gonna probably. So it's like I'm just giving small examples to try and relate. It's like, your issues and your things you're dealing with are probably worse. You're watching this probably because you're going through some very tough moments. I don't have to dig deeper. Whatever you're dealing with, that's for you and you only to know, and you to sit with, you to battle with. But just know that there's people around you. There's people that support you. You can leave a comment and I'll help and I'll do what I can as well as a Christian influencer and as a Christian godly man or someone who's trying to be that type of a person. Of course it's my duty to support you, and I will. And I will, out of, good conscience and the kindness of my heart, I will help you as well if you need. But most importantly, you should probably talk to direct people that are there to help you, right? So just be appreciative. Be appreciative of the good things. Don't try and seek perfection every single time. Just appreciate when things are good, when things are positive, or even when things are stable and steady, and even when things are basic. Sometimes things can be complicated. Sometimes complications and stress can just be overwhelming. Maybe you can appreciate when things are calm, when things are easy. Maybe there's a moment in your life where you should be appreciating the little things, the things that normally you wouldn't get any happiness of from. But when you're going through a tough moment, when you're in the battle, when you're in the difficult time, to look at those little things that, yeah, we still got food on the table. Yeah, we still have shelter over our heads, right? I'm still alive, right? It just puts into perspective. You'd be like, whatever difficulty you're going through, if it's a relationship breakup or whatever, like you're going through a big injury, big setback, you know, big emotional turmoil, you lost someone in your family, or just, whatever negative things that happen in this world every day that you might be going through, and that's why you're here watching this video. Just know that there's still so many great things. You probably still have food on the table, you have a roof over your head, and you're still alive. Like that alone is worth cherishing. That alone is worth rejoicing for, regardless of what difficulties you might be enduring right now. It's a peaceful thought to realize that, yeah, things are still relatively good despite the setbacks, despite the issues, despite whatever terrible sufferings you're going through. God's great glory is seen in suffering. You go through difficult things because at the end of it all, something truly amazing will happen. And that is the absolute beauty of God's grace and God's glory. So each and every day, we're going through issues. I have my own problems. I have my own things I'm dealing with each and every day. So don't worry. Just know that you're not alone. You're not alone on issues. Continue to be positive. Continue to look at the good things. Continue to seek to be a better person. Continue to seek to grow. Continue to seek to do good. Regardless of how you feel, if you're in an angry state, seek to be in a better state. Seek to just take a deep breath and calm down. Be in more serenity, more tranquility, rather than the rage that you might be feeling for whatever issue you're dealing with. Or if you're in a sad state, you're mourning, you're going through difficulty, look at the things that you can be thankful for so that you can find a little bit more happiness in your day to day. If you're in a moment where you're dealing with depression, where you're dealing with anxiety, where you're questioning many things, you're even questioning your own life, continue to look at the good rather than the bad. And this is that positive mindset. That's really the essence of what a positive mindset is. This isn't like a message of just being like, oh, be happy go lucky type of thing. No, life's hard. It's bound to happen. Things are bound to happen. Setbacks are bound to happen. It's absolutely a part of it. But I'm not saying you should be happy go lucky through everything, but you should definitely cherish the little things and cherish the great things and good things that still exist even through your worst moments, so that you can truly find just those little bits of extra happiness to truly get you through those bad seasons. A great little tip and a great way to probably handle difficult times, difficult seasons in your life. You'll go through bad seasons. There'll be weeks and there'll be months where it feels like everything's going wrong, where it feels like nothing is working. You're in deep depression, deep anxiety, deep issues, deep sorrows. Nothing's working out. But in those moments, you have to try and take it day by day. Take it step by step. Win the day. Be thankful and do good things and get done the work you need to get done and feel fulfilled and win one day. And if you can take it one day at a time, and you win one day at a time, and you stay positive during each and every day, you could turn a bad season into just a few bad days, right? Or a couple of bad weeks, and it doesn't become a bad season. It becomes just a time where you had to get through it, and then you found that momentum, right? Or it just isn't a bad season at all. You managed to make it so you've won so many more days than you've lost that you actually look back and you look at it from a positive perspective. That's like, no, it was still good, despite whatever setbacks happened. I still was able to make it good. Still was able to make it fruitful, and that's a great thing. So that's a good tip. If you're in a bad season, you're in a bad moment, you feel like everything is going wrong, just just take away the macro, take away the future, take away all of these stresses that you could be dealing with, and focus just on one day. One day. What could you do today to make today a positive day, to make today a victory in yourself, and to actually feel better about yourself? What can you do? And if you do, then you take it to the next day. What can you do that day? And again, the more days you do it, the more wins you stack up on an individual daily basis, the better you will do on the macro. And then you can actually slowly build to getting out of whatever terrible situation you're dealing with. But you have to take a day at a time. You know, I'll give an example. Before I wrap up this episode, I'll give an example of my life as to how to actually get through these bad seasons in your life. In my life, I was doing door to door. I was a door to door salesman for a month. In my first week, I was over here like, oh, I'm going to go for like 6 months. I'm going to do all of this. I'm going to yada, yada, yada. And then after the struggles in my second week, I was over here like, man, am I even going to get through the week? I can't even envision myself getting through the month, let alone the rest of the year, let alone until April, let alone until I make it to the next level of the company. Like, let alone years in this. So me looking too much into the macro early on, saying like, oh, I'm going to do this, and over planning, overthinking, caused me to just like feel overwhelmed because I was thinking too far ahead. When in reality, I needed to take it day by day by day. I did not quit in the second week. I managed to push through because I feel like, I have good discipline. I have good resilience. I don't like to make decisions based off complete emotion. And then I quit when it was a good time for me, which is good. But the point I'm trying to make is you can overwhelm yourself, especially if you're in a difficult season, you're going through tough moments, you're going through difficulties, you're pushing yourself past your limits. To look too far into the future can cause you to feel overwhelmed. You'd be like, "Oh, I can't even get through today or this week. How am I going to get to 6 months from now? A year from now?" So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying, because it's better to take it one day at a time. It's better to take, okay, what can I do today to win today? Let's not focus on the week. Let's not focus on the month. Let's not focus on the year. What can I do today? And, I think tomorrow or maybe the day after, I'm going to do an episode talking more about New Year's resolutions, that type of a thing. And that's probably why a lot of people fail their New Year's resolutions, because they're trying to say, oh, for the whole year, I'm going to do this. But when in reality, you get to a couple weeks and you overwhelm yourself because you don't realize how long a year actually is of staying consistent with something. It's more than just being a lazy person. It's you have to make big changes, but you're looking too big on things instead of focusing on the day to day. So that's what I would say. That is my message of positivity, message of hope, that first and foremost, God and his presence with you will be there through your toughest moments. He'll be there regardless. Through the good and through the bad, he will be there, and he will guide you and he will help you. But also, during your toughest seasons, there are people around you that can help you as well. During your toughest moments, there are still great things to look at. When things are not perfect, there are still things that are good. So appreciate the things that are good. Appreciate the great gifts that you still have in your life, because that's a good thing to do, and it will help you feel a little bit better when you're going through the suck, when you're going through the difficult times. And in difficult seasons, take it day by day. Take it step by step. And that is how you will push yourself to turn a bad season into something better, or not, or completely 180 it, completely flip it. And that is the beauty of life. We have a day where we can have a terrible, horrible day. Everything goes wrong. But you have the next day to make amends. You have the next day to do better. And the last thing you want to do is fall into that just constant state of depression. So don't do that. Continue to look at the good things, continue to be positive, and that is my ultimate message for you. I'm here. Many different people are here. So go out and find that help, whatever difficulties you're going through. If you need to go to therapy, if you need to talk to someone about it, or if it's just a close friend, you need to talk to someone about it, go do it. Go do it. It will help you do better. It will help you feel better, and you will live a better life. You will find that you have many more good days as a result. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this episode. Continue to stay positive. Continue to look up, because it's not all doom and gloom. Things are going to move in the right direction. Don't worry. Continue to trust in God and continue to have great faith and belief, and continue to believe in yourself and continue to be thankful and cherish the little things. And whatever moments you're going through, you will get through. I'm confident in you and in your ability to do that. So you must be confident in yourself as well. So find that somewhere, find that extra purpose, find that value, find that meaning. And as a result, you'll continue to strive, and things won't be so bad. Don't need to be so negative. Always look at the bright side of things, and you will find that whatever depression you're in will slowly, slowly go away.